Episode 226. Just last episode, Komoi finished the usual rounds, by which I mean helping out each of the allied societies with whatever quests they have. Did that for the Zundu? No, Gundu. The Gundu, the Mughals, and the Vas. And I think Komoi thinks she's going to expand her range of influence a little bit beyond those areas and check in on the Dravanian hinterlands. Even though there's no society there. Well, no society quests. There are, of course, these goblins and the people of Idleshire, and of course the whole thing with Alexander going on, but that's not what we're here for. Just my excuse to come over here and do the patch 3.2? No, 1. The patch 3.1 dungeons. One of which is just over here. Komoi's just flying around on patrol as she does, I guess, when she spots a random NPC that looks like they could use some help, I guess. What? There's one behind me, isn't there? No? Thank the gods. I've done enough running for one day. Those goddamn beasts came out of nowhere. It's a wonder we made it out alive. But we can't just leave the treasure there. You look like the sort that's used to risking life and limb. Might be as you could help clear a way through those seedkin that damn near made a meal of us. We'd see that it was worth your while, of course, if you're interested. And my friend Son, you know. He should be somewhere near the entrance to St. Mosian's Arboretum. Well, I reckon it's safe to go back to Idleshire and look for a few more hands. I'll need as much help as we can get. Hope to see you at the Arboretum. Alright, altruistically helping out societies with whatever quests they might have is fine and all, but hunting for treasure, I think that sounds much more palatable right now. You saw me, huh? You're here to help with the seedkin infested in the Arboretum? Thank the gods. We've not the number to venture into there ourselves. They used to research plant life from every corner of the realm here, you know. Of course, there's no one to look after it. It's all gotten a bit overgrown. Usually places like this are more trouble than they're worse. But if the parchments we found are anything to go by, there's something in these ruins that could benefit everyone in Idleshire for generations to come. Proper priceless treasure. And it goes without saying that a site as old as this is sure to be stuffed with all sorts of precious relics, which you'd be welcome to, or welcome to keep if you help beat a pass for us. We'll follow behind you once it's safe and see if we can't find what we're looking for. Go ahead and start that up, I guess. Hopefully I don't have to wait too long, it's not too late in the day. The timer says 9 minutes. These ruins are bound to be filled with relics that would satisfy even the most discerning treasure seeker. And they'd be yours to keep. Providing you rid the area of beasts for us, like... What's he saying? Oh. Providing you rid the area of beasts for us, like... So I guess Komoi's just going to sit over here. Forgot her name, but that character said she was going to go over to Idleshire to get some more helping hands, right? So that's what we're waiting on. Any moment now. St. Mosian's Arboretum. Seems bigger on the inside. Kind of. I vaguely remember this dungeon, I think. Not enough that I actually remember the bosses or anything, but just the general vibe of this place. I think there's also a hard mode version of this dungeon. I do remember the boss mode, or the boss of the hard mode dungeon, but I don't remember the boss here. Even though I just kind of did it on my main character not too long ago. I always thought walking on these lily pad things was kind of cool. I guess it still is. Pretty sure there's a wall there, so we don't have to be moving right now. And I think we're ready for the first boss. Surprise, surprise, it's a giant marble. Don't want to be hit by those. Right, just don't be facing the same direction that they're facing, or rather, in the direction that they're facing. I guess I should destroy those. Didn't even really have to move during that entire boss fight. I guess I'm glad for it. Do we have a wall here? Seems like the path continues that way, but I guess we're stopping here. Or not. Oh no. Well, that's great. Didn't quite get away, could we? I see why the tank stopped at the previous location now. Seems like this wall to wall is rather rough. I appreciate the attempt, though. Oh, are we trying again? Or maybe just picking up a few? We'll see. With the way these umbral things work, I never know where I am in my rotation with the AoE. It takes 3,000, so I can only cast it a few times. But with these umbral things that reduce the amount of MP it costs, I haven't exactly got to memorize how much I can cast on a full bar or whatever. I guess I should be attacking the honeycomb wall so we can move forward. Do the enemies keep spawning if you don't attack it? I should probably count out how much I could do, so that would have been 3 casts. Then a 4th one, I guess 4 is all you can do. Then if you're starting without the umbral hearts or whatever, how much is it? Well, not that I can count right now. I guess if it was 10,000 and it cost 3,000 each, you could only cast it 3 times, so it goes from 3 to 4. Not much of a change, actually. Oh, is that a problem with that guy sitting over there? I can't exactly reach it. Is it still auto-attacking the tank? That might be a problem. Second boss, of course, is a bee. Because we're in the beehive. I remember this boss because it gives you something for the blue mage, a pretty good attack, pretty important one. Killer Sting or something. One of the most damage-dealing moves in the game, I guess, technically. Oh, and that guy's being targeted, I guess. Luckily they're not standing near me. Oh, great. Well, I'm not moving. I can move a little bit. Oh, that hit. My ley lines, come on. No, wait, this one doesn't give Killer Sting, it gives this thing. An equally funny move, I guess. That lets you take damage for someone else or make someone else take damage for you. Right, you gotta watch the edges of the arena for that one. I guess I didn't have to bother with the mechanic, though. What was the final boss here if it wasn't the giant mud pudding thing? That's the hard mode version of the boss. Seems like we're outside of the range of that bee thing, so I guess it's just gonna be hanging out back there for the rest of the dungeon. Yeah, this place definitely looks way bigger from the inside. Maybe some of that is that we just fly over the Arboretum most of the time, so we don't really see the actual size from ground level that much. I'm pretty sure they just made it bigger, though. They had to. Oh, was that actually 5 casts? Did I count that wrong? Nope, wrong move. So that would have been 1. Oh, I see. Because you use 1 for free when you switch over. That doesn't cost any MP. I still think it's a net change of just 1 more cast when you have the Umbral Hearts. Are we moving on? Think we are. I'm sure we can handle it. And the boss was... a giant flower. What a surprise. Can't say I remember how this boss works. Damn it. I was trying to do that. For some reason I couldn't use my... or somehow I used it wrong, the ethereal manipulation. Do we have to get away from these things? I think so. Doesn't seem like we attacked them. Alright, no one come near my ley lines. Damn. Alright, this time it worked. Oh, that guy's using the armor from before the Shadowbringers expansion, I guess. That's like one of the glamour things you can get. And quest done. Well, as soon as we talk to the guy, I guess. Haha, I knew the thought of the Arboretum's treasures would be enough to get your juices flowing. Thanks to all the pruning you did for us, we were able to have a good look around the ruins, and it didn't take us long to find what we were after. Oh, I can't wait to tell Midnight Dew the good news. Speaking of which, would you mind coming with us to Idleshire? Midnight Dew will want to thank you personally, and I dare say even an adventurer like you would be interested in our finds. So what was it? Like a giant treasure chest filled with gold or something? When you say treasure, that's the only thing that comes to mind. I've got this move. The one that lets you return to your ley lines, but I feel like I never really can consider a chance to use it. The ley lines stay up for 20 seconds, and I'm usually casting inside them motionless while it's happening. I guess there are some times where you'll have to move out of your ley lines for mechanics, but within that 20-second window, it feels like the boss can only do one or two things. Ah, you've come at last, adventurer. Well, let's give Midnight Dew the good news. Midnight Dew is huge. I thought this guy was tall, with the afro and everything. And he looks like a teenager compared to Midnight Dew. And I mean, there's Komoy's size, which is like a completely different scale, but still. Now that's the ending I wanted to hear. Let's hope these seeds live up to their reputation. What fruit do you reckon they'll bear, adventurer? Gold? Fruit? Something wrong? You seem surprised. Sonny, you did tell our friend here what you were looking for, didn't you? Now that I come to think of it, that little detail might have slipped my mind. You see, the treasure we were looking for was seeds and sprouts that were cultivated specially by the Charlians. Years of research went into breeding them, apparently, and they produce plants like you wouldn't believe. As of now, Idleshire's main industry is collecting the junk left behind by the Charlians, but it won't last forever. Which is why it's important we find a new way to make ends meet, before we end up with nothing left to trade. Acquiring those sprouts and seeds was the first step to accomplishing that goal. If we can find crops that'll flourish in this land's changeable climes, we'll have a new industry that should keep Idleshire going for generations to come. Well, these seeds ain't gonna plant themselves, so I'd best be about it. Something tells me growing them will make getting them seem easy. It'll take a few moons, 'tis true, but I look forward to seeing those seeds bear fruit. Make sure to visit us from time to time, adventurer. One day we'll treat you to a feast grown by our own hands. I'm pretty sure that never happens. I mean, we're gonna do the hard mode version of this, so maybe there's some follow-up questline stuff whenever we unlock the hard mode for this, but pretty sure it's just nothing. Who are these characters? Isn't this like an NPC or something? Does she normally hang out near Chloe or something? I think some of these NPCs just move around, because I'm pretty sure I've seen this kid near Chloe. Isn't she the one that was mentioned in that one cutscene that was one of these orphans in the hard place? We haven't really done anything with this place yet, but I think we'll unlock stuff for it. Actually, it'll probably be a while before we unlock things for it. It's for custom deliveries, which I think you only unlock in Stormblood? Maybe. That feature wasn't implemented until then, so Until later, that place is just going to be a weird place we can't do anything with yet. Where a bunch of weird NPCs are hanging about, I guess. Okay. Rounds are complete. Comor didn't quite get the treasure chest full of gold that she was expecting. And now, for no particular reason, her rounds are going to continue way over south in the Nocia. I'm doing the other dungeon that would have unlocked in patch 3.1. Which is just on the opposite side of the world, I guess. Maybe Komori figured that she would continue the rounds on the opposite side of the world or something. Actually, it should be over here, rather. This quest. So this quest is actually something from 2 point whatever patches. It would have been a quest to follow up on completing that dungeon, the... what is it called? The Siren, right, Sirius. With Pharaoh Sirius, I think that's what that place is called, the lighthouse. But I forgot to do this quest because I don't think there was any quest instructions. You would just have to find Diamanda out here in the world. So I guess I'm finishing up something that I left hanging in 2.0 or whatever. So, it is true that you triumphed over the Siren? Yeah, that's old news. I guess you somehow just heard of it. Words cannot express my gratitude. My only regret is that my dear brother could not be here today, to hear that our father's death has been avenged. I'm sorry, I've completely forgotten your storyline. He set sail with his crew 3 years past, you see, and has yet to return to shore. But I hold out hope that his ship shall come sailing home, or sailing into harbor, any day now. And on that day, I shall be the first to share with him the news of your triumph. In the meanwhile, however, we can finally press on with the restoration of Pharaoh Sirius. Right, that was the whole plotline when we were going into the dungeon. Restoring the lighthouse. Again, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, it's never going to happen. Not so long as Final Fantasy XIV is an MMO, where the world can't really change in major ways like that. I must get to work at once. I would be much in your debt if you could inform Master Mimidoa that the coast is clear for us to begin. And Mimidoa is right over there. You've done it. Sent the bloody siren screeching and shrieking to the murky depths which he came. You have done us all a great service today, lass. If you wouldn't mind, regale old Mimidoa's ears with a tale of the foul wench's last song. Sorry, we don't exactly remember it, that was months ago. What's that? You had to fend off a ghostly crew wearing the sea-sodden duds of maelstrom men? 'Tis as I feared. A poor lass. Me heart goes out to her. 'Twas 3 years to the day, give or take a moon. The crew of the Maelstrom's finest set sail on a routine patrol. But ain't nothing routine in these parts. And they'd not return to shore. Rumor spread quick like that it was a siren's song what led the vessel to a watery grave. Maelstrom Command jumped to quiet the talk. Ill tidings were already too easy to come by in those days after the calamity. But those of us in the know, we knew. Like father, like son. Lass, promise this old sod you'll spare poor Diamanda the truce. Lass has already suffered more than her share. Diamanda? This cannot be. I can't believe I left this hanging for months. Unbelievable. I could have gotten this dramatic conclusion to the tale after doing the dungeon when I first recorded it, but I just didn't know there was some separate quest I could have taken. It's all part of the structure of the quest lines in A Realm Reborn. Nowadays, just like what we did with the Arboretum, you begin a quest, you do a dungeon, then you end the quest. In this case, you had to do the dungeon to even pick up this quest, or know that it spawned in the world somewhere. My brother is still alive at sea. The search effort continues. Master Mimidoa, you yourself have told me the same. But forgive me, Missy. I never meant to deceive. The Maelstrom made me swear a vow, you see, that I'd keep the truth buried deep in. Ah, bugger me, Val. And bugger me. Truth is, this scurvy coward just couldn't summon the nerve to tell you the truth. Diamanda, can you ever forgive a sorry old sod? There is no need for forgiveness, Master Mimidoa, for the true coward is me. In my heart I have always known. This adventurer's deeds and your words have finally given me the courage to face the truth. I am a woman grown. The time for clinging to childish dreams has passed. I must look to the future. My smithing skills are still wanting, but I will not falter from the task. Pharaoh Sirius will burn bright once more, a beacon of hope in the darkest of nights. The fell songs of the sea have claimed their last victim. I shall see to it with my own 2 hands. Strong words, ass. I trust you'll not forget 'em when your paws are all blebby and blistery. My hands? Why, I'll clench my hammer with my teeth if I need be. Father, brother, do you hear me? Your death will not be in vain. Well, great. And then Pharaoh Sirius gets infested with monsters even more, I guess. Because we're about to do the hard mode version of the dungeon right now. Where even is that? I think it's somewhere over here in Limsa. We got ourselves some kind of concert going on. Pretty good. But we can't hang out here forever. We gotta find that dungeon. That's the one. Storming the Hall. Level 60. That whole sad backstory and her resolve makes it even sadder that the lighthouse never really gets resolved. I think this quest is probably the last we'll hear of Pharaoh Sirius. No, wait a second. This isn't it. That's Hullbreaker Island. Where is... Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to look it up quickly. Not even gonna pause the episode. Pharaoh Sirius Hard. Come on, please load. I've wasted enough episode time already. Why is this not loading? My internet is dying, apparently. Patch 3.1 in Heavensward, and things are getting serious as the required quest. Limsa Laminsa Upper Decks. That's where we are. Oh, here it is, okay. I didn't even clonk that one by Maelstrom command. Kind of a waste of resources to use this thing, but it takes us right there. Captain Morgo. Right, that's my rank, because I'm with the Maelstrom. Perfect timing as always. We're in need of your talents to deal with some trouble brewing over on the Isles of Umbra. You don't say. Seems a pack of kobolds made a grab for Pharaoh Sirius. The Smiths working on the restoration barely made it out alive. Maelstrom Command's drawn up plans to take back the tower, with Master Mimidoa advising on how things stand on the ground. But when they asked him for his opinion, he kept going on and on about some adventurer from long past that helped him drive off a siren from the same spot. Yeah, long past. I think for that guy who's getting on in years, everything seems like the distant past. Now, no disrespect to the old fella, but he don't have the firmest grasp on what happened when. That's what I'm saying. So we couldn't help wondering if maybe Azira or your was none other than your fine self. You being a siren slayer and all. So what do you say? Willing to lend us an hand? Relighting the beacon? I knew I could count on you. One of our stormflies is making the final preparations at the airship landing right now. Tell her Trackrate sent ya, and she'll give you the particulars. Airship landing? Okay. Captain Morco, we are honored to have you with us. The situation is developing even as we speak, but I will do my best to explain what we know. According to Master Mimidoa, he and his fellow Smiths barely escaped with their lives when the kobolds began scattering bombs around the lighthouse's foundations. He believes the beastmen intend to blow Ferris Sirius to pieces, thus disrupting our most vital supply route to and from western Lenosia. Needless to say, they cannot be permitted to succeed. We must act swiftly, before wrecks begin to pile up around Airport. How exactly does this interrupt their supply route? Do they actually use the lighthouse even though it's still not completed repairs? Or will destroying it somehow disturb the surrounding area with rubble? Well, it's a problem, I guess. That is where you come in. The kobolds have sealed off the ground entrance, so we propose to take you to the top of the tower by airship. Once there, you'll proceed inside and see to the bombs, along with any kobolds you encounter. The Maelstrom will then bring up the rear and secure the area. Before we proceed, I must stress the need for caution. Master Mimidoa suspects that if the kobolds are bent upon destroying Ferris Sirius, they will have more than a handful of flaming void scent at their disposal. Really? Void scent? I guess that's what the bombs are. I never really thought about how they bring about those bombs. Just bombs and kobolds really go hand in hand, but bombs to monsters, they themselves are void scent. Never really thought about it. I guess Komor just has to deal with more void scent. She's never really done with them. Where was I? One inopportune explosion could set the restoration back by moons, if not years. Yeah, the indefinite restoration. You know as well as I do how volatile bombs can be. If we are to save the beacon, we had best leave soon. Alright, and how long's the wait? 10 minutes. It took a little bit longer than the reported 9 minutes last time, but I guess we'll see. Can't walk out there. Guess we'll wait here. Wait for the airship to arrive with reinforcements. Ferris Sirius Hard is a fun twist on a hard mode dungeon, in that you go in it through the reverse, or whatever, starting from the top going to the bottom. Oh, Toilet Dunk looks a little bit strange in their portrait. The original dungeon, the normal mode, was kind of weird in that it had 4 bosses. Put down a marker on the tank just so I have at least one reference point for someone to teleport to, with ethereal manipulation and all that. The hissing of those pipes is kind of annoying. I'm glad we're moving away from them. I think we are. No, wait. The trail kind of ends right here. Until we clear out these mobs, I guess. I think this is where we would have fought that penultimate boss, the weird third boss that wasn't the final boss of the 4-boss dungeon that was fairly serious. This arena right here. Pretty sure it's just going to be 3 bosses this time around though. Of course, we're going in reverse, but it's not exactly the same route. What the hell is that thing? A void scent? Must be. I can't imagine it as anything else. We got some spiders around the edge. That thing is targeting the tank, I think. Or someone? Should we be worried about that? Targeting not the tank? Well, there's some corruption there, I guess. I didn't recover my MP. Oh, you know, I think... Alright, if it targets me, I'll try it out. Doesn't seem like it's going to target me, though, before we defeat the boss. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah, I think you have to target these monsters with the thing. And I think that's somehow better if they target the spiders. Are these easier to kill or something? Yeah, I think so. They don't seem to be tethered to the boss, which is a good sign, I think. And all these other guys have stacks of vulnerability and I don't, so I think I'm doing it right. Well, they can handle those stacks, right? Yeah, we're fine. What a strange looking boss. Of course I remember that from other parts of the game, but I guess that would have been the first time you encounter something looking like that. I don't remember this guy. Should I be casting skates like this when we're moving around? Seems like we're fighting the actual kobolds now, rather than their void-sent weirdos. So I guess we're getting close enough to the bombers. Presumably. Those ones just seem to explode. Probably don't have to worry about attacking them. Any of this stuff targetable? I don't think so. In the normal mode version of the dungeon, you had to turn off some vents or something like that. Doesn't seem like you have to do any of that here. Don't really have any memory of this dungeon's bosses, just like that first one. Don't know the second one or the last one, or even in general what this dungeon looks like. I didn't even remember we do it in the reverse for the hard mode version. Need that. Alright, they got it. Begu, a kobold. You could have expected it. Great. What are they dropping now? Do we want to destroy those? I think we do. Don't stun me. It's kind of jumping all over the place. I think his movement was based on those things that were around, but couldn't exactly tell you what exactly they do. The Aether valve has been ruptured. Okay. And this is a problem, I guess? Oh, this guy's almost dead. If there were mechanics here, then I didn't learn them. I noticed the boss was getting, like, some stacks of attack up or something. Probably could have prevented that somehow. Simple bomb incubator. I think we're kind of in a completely new area, actually. Underneath Pharaoh Sirius. Pretty sure this wasn't in the normal dungeon. Yeah, you were kind of in the sewers back then. But we don't want that to happen, I guess. Gotta destroy these before those bombs set off the wall or something. Not sure what happens if that thing gets destroyed, the wall. Something bad, probably. I'm fine. I guess maybe you don't get this treasure chest if you don't save the wall. Ah, one of these guys. I might have expected it, the super version of the bombs. Oops, had to grab that. Seems like our tank is maybe AFK for some reason. Handling something. If it were a DPS, people might have started the boss already. If it were a healer, then maybe they would have started the boss, because sometimes the tank can just do self-healing, depending on the boss. But if it's the tank, nobody's willing to start. Well, unless you're crazy. And you can make it without a tank, depending on the boss. Sometimes stats just carry you. Progenitrix. Oh, there he is. I guess he just needed a yo from Toilet Dog. Should I really be casting fire spells against a fire elemental thing? It's fine. Is he almost dead? Wait, this guy has mechanics. He must have mechanics. Yep, he's got a big burst of some kind. And even when he dies, it's not over. Looks like we gotta take care of these things. Before they explode, I guess. Ah, and then it makes another one, the furnace. That's kind of cool, actually. Not just one boss. I really don't remember this guy at all. I like it, though. Looks like our fire resistance is down. I think that was meant to happen. No way to avoid it. We're safe. Big burst. Probably an AoE? Yeah. I'm not moving from this spot. Where's that other bomb? Don't want them to touch, I don't think. Oh, it does some kind of healing, I imagine. This is a problem. That mechanic was not resolved correctly. I guess we had to kill the guy before the remedy bomb came. Seemed like the remedy bomb didn't take that much damage. Well, it doesn't matter, this guy's dead. Right? Oh wait. Yeah. Pretty sure there were only 2 of these big bomb guys that I've seen before. There are 2 versions of this guy in the Palace of the Dead. And I guess that's where they came from. Palace of the Dead is a Heavensward thing, so they reused this boss in Palace of the Dead. But there was no 3rd green bomb or whatever, so I was pretty sure that was the end. And they've all left. Can't apply any commendations. Oh, I got all the treasure. I was looking around for the chest, but I guess they already opened it and just left, so it all went into my inventory. And here we are at the exit to Pharaoh Sirius, I guess. Oh, that guy's still doing their Realm Reborn quests, based on him not being able to fly. Captain Moriko, you've returned. You had us worried for a moment there. We heard an awful rumbling coming from deep underground and feared the worst. Yeah, a bomb was going off and was about to bring down the whole place, but it's fine. Maybe check underground for some structural integrity. Those caverns the kobolds dig maybe kind of made the whole place unstable. My men have concluded a preliminary sweep of the lighthouse and dismantled the remains of the bombed incubators. It would seem the beastmen have abandoned the tunnels directly beneath the tower. We have sent scouts in to pursue them, but the passages stretch farther than expected. Pardon the interruption. While we were securing the interior, we found this old seafarer's knife lying on the floor, and one of the lads noticed it got the sigil of Diamanda of Naldik and Vermelli's carved into the handle. I see. Well, if anyone can tell us who the knife belongs to, I suppose it would be the smith who crafted it. Yet I cannot seek her out until the tunnels have been secured. I have another task for you, Captain Moriko. Would you mind delivering the knife to Lieutenant Trakrit in Airport on my behalf? We outrank you. You shouldn't be asking us for this kind of thing. But yeah, we'll do it. This is kind of like executive work kind of thing, right? We don't do the legwork, we do the easy job. He is due to meet with the artisans of Naldik and Vermelli shortly. I expect he will be waiting at the docks. Do not concern yourself about the tunnels. We will find out where they lead, however far they go. On behalf of the Maelstrom, I thank you for your aid in reclaiming the lighthouse. Fortune go with you, till sea swallows all. Yeah. Lieutenant Trakrit will soon be meeting with us with the Smiths. Pray make for Airport at once. I can just teleport there, right? Yeah. She's right over there still. I guess she never moved from a Realm Reborn. Is there like special dialogue if we talk to her before she's supposed to be in the cutscene? No, I think this is just her post a Realm Reborn questing dialogue. Nothing specific to this quest right now. Oh. But I guess we'll get more starting right now. Captain Moriko, I just heard the good news. By Limlane's blessed light, you did it. You saved Pharaoh Sirius. Again. A blunt whittle. Diamanda is carved into the haft. Oh, what's this? I see. Well, I'll be sure to ask her about it. Ah, speak of the devil. Yeah, I know, she was just right around the corner. Oi, what's name? Redcoat. How long do I have to rot in the tavern before your boys send them shitey and kobold bastards packing, eh? Much more of this and me hammerin' arm will be as soft as me lily-white arse. Wow. His soft, lily-white arse. Incredible. A terrifying prospect, and no mistake. Luckily it ain't one we need to worry about though, because we've taken Ferrosirius back. And after the walloping our mate ear gave them kobolds will know to keep their grubby paws to themselves in the future, meaning you can get back to restoring the place in peace. Miss Diamanda, while the lads were searching the lighthouse, they found something that might interest you. Does this seafarer's widow look familiar? All too familiar, though it didn't look so worn down when I last saw it. I made this for Simon before he set sail 2 years ago. It was my first piece as a full-fledged smith. Simon, as in Captain Simon, from Maelstrom Command. The same. I never meant for it to be a farewell present, but knowing he used it often and kept it with him till the last, well, it means a lot. Master Mimidoa, I think it's a sign. Why else would my first piece be returned to me but to show me how far I've come? Just seeing it makes me want to restore the lighthouse to its former glory even more. To make it into a place to honor the lost, rather than a place to grieve for them. That's the way. These things, there's things, we all of us would sooner forget, but remembering them's what makes us stronger. Wouldn't you agree, Nishit? Speaking of remembering, you remind me of someone about the eyes. Oh, why? You're the spitting image of a lass, as once helped me drive back an army of the undead. A right tough bugger she was, like you, only taller. Komori resents that. Never did find out what happened to her, though. But looking at you, I'm guessing she settled down and squeezed out a few young'uns. Excuse you. Komori, would you ever? I think she would never. It brings a tear to me eye, seeing you carry on the family tradition. I'm much obliged to you, lass. Much obliged. I can't thank you enough for saving the lighthouse. If it hadn't been for you, all of our hard work would have been for naught. But I for one mean to make the most of this reprieve. I swear to you, on my brother's memory, when we finish with Ferrosirius, it will serve as more than just a guiding light to safe waters. It will lead the souls of those lost at sea back to familiar shores. Some folks see Ferrosirius as a cursed reminder of the calamity, while others see it as a monument to Limsa's golden age. But I'll bet it means more to them, more to them pair, than everyone else in Lenosia put together. And someday, they'll show the world how it looks to them, like a beacon of hope. I realize I still ain't thanked you properly for giving us an hand with all this. Hardly need saying, I suppose. But the Maelstrom couldn't have done it without you. You can leave the rest to us, though. We'll see that the Smiths don't get disturbed again. Until next time, then, Captain Moriko. Right, next time. But there's no more storyline for Ferrosirius. It just remains kind of never finished, never repaired. But I guess they're going to. That's the implication. It just won't be in our lifetime. I mean, in lore, it's going to be within Komori's lifetime or whatever. It's just not ever going to be updated in the game by the developers or anything, that's all. Alright. Komori's rounds are done. again. Nothing left to do but to retire to a room here. With our rounds done, the society quests and these dungeons, the only thing left to do is probably the most exciting of the bunch. The Alliance raid quests, or at least starting the first part of it. It's going to be pretty good. I'm glad I'm a black mage for this upcoming series of quests though. I think it's thematically appropriate, but we'll get into it when we get into it. Until then, that would be a good time to take a break.